Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, the dynamic duo that Dolphins fans have come to count on, are banged up just as the team faces one of the most important games of the season. This Sunday's clash against the San Francisco 49ers is shaping up to be a major test, and the uncertainty surrounding the health of Miami's top receivers couldn't come at a worse time. Let's break this down, because there's a lot to unpack. Waddle hasn't been on the field for practice all week. That knee injury he picked up during last weekend's frustrating 20-12 loss to the Houston Texans? Yeah, it's serious enough that the team has labeled him doubtful for Sunday. It's a huge blow for Miami. Waddle, with his 54 receptions for 700 yards and 2 touchdowns, is a critical piece of this offense. Without him, the Dolphins lose not only a reliable target but also a player who stretches defenses and keeps the opposition guessing. Then there's Tyreek Hill. The Cheetah hasn't been fully healthy all season, and now he's officially questionable with a wrist injury that's been nagging him for weeks. Hill's explosive plays and electrifying speed make him an absolute nightmare for opposing defenses, and his 67 receptions for 805 yards and 5 touchdowns this season show just how vital he is. He's hinted at needing surgery once the season's over, but for now, he's pushing through the pain. Will he be at 100% on Sunday? Probably not. But even a slightly hobbled Hill is better than no Hill at all. The injury report doesn't stop there, unfortunately. Blake Ferguson, the team's long snapper, has already been ruled out due to a non-football illness. This might not seem like a big deal, but special teams are crucial in close games, and a disruption there could have ripple effects. Dwayne Eskridge, another receiver, is also listed as doubtful with a knee issue. Add to that the uncertainty surrounding key players like left tackle Terron Armstead, right tackle Kendall Lamb, and linebackers Bradley Chubb and Cameron Good, all listed as questionable, and you've got a roster dealing with some serious wear and tear. Now, let's not ignore what's happening on the other side. The 49ers have their own injury concerns. Star left tackle Trent Williams is out with an ankle injury, which could significantly impact their offensive line's ability to protect quarterback Brock Purdy. Running back Isaac Guerendo is also sidelined, which might force San Francisco to adjust their game plan. However, the real question marks are on their defense. Defensive end Nick Bosa, one of the league's premier pass rushers, is questionable with a hip and oblique injury. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw and defensive end Robert Beal Jr. are also dealing with injuries. If Bosa can't go, or if he's limited, it could be a huge break for Miami's offense. So, what does all this mean for Sunday's game? Well, it's going to be a battle of attrition. Both teams are dealing with significant injuries, and whichever side can adapt better will have the upper hand. For Miami, that means finding ways to keep the offense clicking even if Waddle and Hill aren't at full strength. Will they lean more on the running game? Can Tua Tagovailoa find other targets to step up in the passing game? And how will the offensive line hold up if Armstead and Lamb aren't available? Defensively, the Dolphins need to take advantage of San Francisco's injuries on the offensive line. If Trent Williams is out, Miami's pass rush could have a field day, but that's contingent on Chubb and Good being healthy enough to play effectively. Can Miami's defense capitalize on the 49ers' vulnerabilities, or will they struggle to contain San Francisco's versatile offense? This game feels like a tipping point for Miami's season. A win against a strong team like the 49ers could re-energize the Dolphins and prove they're a legitimate contender. But a loss, especially with so many injuries, could raise serious questions about the team's ability to stay competitive down the stretch. The stakes are high, and the tension is palpable. How will this team respond to the adversity? Can Waddle and Hill find a way to contribute, even if they're not at 100%? And who else will rise to the occasion? The answers to these questions will define not just this game, but potentially the rest of Miami's season.